Is it just me, or does everybody think this way? It's a very common question that I get asked by my clients. In my 30 years of working with people, it's sometimes what clients say the most. And a lot of times it has to do with their own internal dialogue. So, how do we go about changing that? Hi, my name is Jill Brito. I'm a psychotherapist, hypnotist, and coach. I live in Sudbury, and I've been working with clients over the last 30 years passionately to help their state of mind and the quality of their lives. Now, do you have an internal critic? How do you change that voice to something that is much more acceptable, especially if it's the voice in your own head? So what I'd like to do with you today is just kind of a little simple exercise. And in that exercise, I want you to think about when you start to feel anxious. As soon as you feel anxious, I'd like you to notice what you say to yourself. Most of the time, it's not very constructive or positive. I can tell you that from the majority of the clients that I work with. Now, what I'd like you to imagine is as soon as that thing starts going in your head where you're starting to hear a negative voice, I'd like you to switch it to the opposite side. So in other words, if you hear a voice and you hear it more on the left, or on, I'm pointing to my left, that's good. What would happen if it went to the front, or to the other side, or to the back? Just switch it to the opposite side. So if it's in the front, make it in the back. If it's on the left, go to the right. And notice if that changes the way you feel. Next, I'd like you to change the tempo, even the tonality in which you hear it. So in other words, I know for one of my clients, he made it Goofy's voice. So, and it really changed the negative. It had that voice, and it had that voice that was saying the exact same thing, but just in Goofy's voice or in Minnie Mouse's voice, really high-pitched and quick. And you hear that negative self-talk in that voice. And it really feels like it doesn't belong to you in the same way. And for some of my clients, just that little thing can lessen the impact of that negative statement, making it seem ridiculous, which is really what it is. Because now that I've had some clients just being able to move past that old critic and move towards a more positive outcome by recognizing that that old voice is not the voice of logic. It's not the voice of reason. It's the voice of it's the part of the voice, it's the part of you that make you feel bad. So change the tonality, change the cadence, the speed, and the pitch. Pluto or Goofy in your head might be much more welcoming to hear as the critic that you had before. Now, I know that I offer tips and tricks like that in our course called Managing Anxiety, and I'd love the opportunity to work directly with you in managing your anxiety and improving the quality of your life. So if you're interested in the next step, just click down the link below, and hopefully we can put you on the path to a better quality of life. This is Jill signing off for today. I wish you health, happiness, and harmony.